Good evening and welcome to the Silverlake Stadium ahead of tonight's Premier League Cup clash between Bournemouth and Wolves. The Cherries are unbeaten in this competition so far, and a win tonight would secure their place in the knockout stages. We've got live coverage to come for you from kick-off at 7 o'clock. In the meantime, let's take a look back at how Bournemouth have got on in the competition so far. Bournemouth arrive here unbeaten in this season's competition, having beaten Norwich and Charlton, as well as drawing 0-0 against Wolves, with all three games played away from home. The visitors know that a win today will close the gap to just 2 points, although the Cherries will have played one game less. Kick-off here at the Silverlake Stadium is now less than 15 minutes away, so let's head pitchside as Neil Perrott is alongside development squad manager Alan Connell and Nathan Mariah Welsh.
Alan Connell, Premier League Cup tonight against Wolves here at the Silverlake Stadium. Now, you've played them already. They're the only team you haven't beaten in the group, 0-0. Just tell us what you're expecting.
A very difficult game, Neil. It was a real tough game up there. They put us under a lot of pressure. Very even game, though. We had spells in the game as well. We've obviously watched them recently, and they're quite a similar looking structure, both in and out of possession. So we've obviously done quite a bit of prep on that the last few days, and yeah, it's going to be a tough game for sure, but there's a big carrot for us to hopefully get the job done tonight, and a win will take us through to the next round, and that'll be a big achievement considering how difficult the group is, but we've got to get our performance right first before we can even think that far ahead. Just give us some team news if you would. Yeah, I'm trying to off the top of my head. So Cam Plain in goal, Finn Tonks, Ben Winterburn carrying on the same as he did in the previous two games at centre back with Max Kinsey. We're delighted to welcome back tonight. Noah Bouton left back, midfield, Michael and Dom from the sides, Nathan Mariah Welsh and Lewis Brown in midfield. So again, big opportunity for Lewis tonight after some difficult spells this season for injury, and Kian Tybman and Daniel Ederajay as a front two. So yeah, really looking forward to seeing our boys perform tonight.
And a new captain in the shape of Nathan Mariah Welsh. Nathan, that must be a very proud moment for you.
Yeah, it's been a while. Didn't really expect it. We had a chat before just to speak about things, but now excited for the new role and just looking forward to get going in the game today.
It's not the first time I know that you were captain of the under-18s under Alan, so you know him well.
Yeah, we've worked together obviously for the 18s, 16s as well, and going up to the 21s, so nothing new really, it's just same old business.
Just tell us about the Premier League Cup so far. I know you scored against Norwich and you played against Charlton as well. Just tell us how things have gone for you.
Oh yeah, I think as a collective, as a team, we've done really well. You know, unbeaten so far. I want to keep that going tonight, and just in general, just really want to push on, try get the win tonight, and just do as much as we can.
Alan, let's just ask you about the group at the halfway stage. I know that some of the teams have played more games, but you've only played 3, all away from home, and you've got all your home games to come.
Yeah, we said that to the boys earlier, that we've worked ever so hard. 3 away games, 3 real tough ones, and to remain unbeaten is obviously pleasing. But we've got to finish the job. 3 home games coming up in the next 12 days. Like I say, one win will guarantee going through. But you know, that was our aim originally. But there's obviously, you know, we want to top the group if we can. But like I say, we have main focus on playing against a very good Wolves team tonight with lots of talented players, and that's gonna be that's the first thing in our mind. But yeah, pleased, enjoyed it so far. It's such a good competition, it really is. Like we said before, Champions League style format with the 4 group games going into a knockout round of 16 if you get through. So it's preparing the players and giving them a nice varied experience. So yeah, it's a great competition.
Wolves are playing Brighton, of course, in the Premier League this evening. Do you think that will have some sort of impact on their team tonight?
As always with under 21 football, you never quite know what you're going to get. You could have players playing up. We've obviously got a few under 18s involved tonight, which we're delighted to have with us. Sometimes you get first team players that need minutes, as we know. We've had that for and against us this season, so you never quite know. But yeah, the fact that Wolves first team is playing are some of the younger ones up at Brighton, we don't know. But we've obviously done research with regards to the opposition, so as soon as that team sheet comes in, we'll have a look and try and work out, you know, where they are. But like I say, our focus has very much been on our performance in recent days.
Nathan, let me ask you, you had a loan spell at Newport County. Just what's the comparisons like between League 2, the rough and tumble of League 2 and the Premier League Cup? Comparisons or differences, if you like, whichever.
Do you know, I don't think it's that much. I think the way we play and the way we played at Newport last season, not much comparison really. We do go direct at times. We wanted to play at times as well. We had a change of manager midway through the season last year, so you know, the first manager wanted to play now. He wanted us to go long, so it's not too similar. I think the boys have done well to buy into the system, and we're having some good joy. Even the 18s the other night, when you saw them playing direct, you know, we've all bought into the system as an academy. So yes, there's not much comparison really.
Just now you've touched on that under-18 performance in the FA Youth Cup, a 5-0 win away at Newcastle United in the at St James's Park, and we've got the 3 goal scorers all on the bench tonight. What a game that was, Nathan.
Yeah, you know, we sat down and watched the game, me and a couple of other lads, and they've done real well, I think, to do what they've done. And I think just if they can bring that tonight and maybe get the winner or do something like they done the other night, you know, we'll take it.
Just one final question for Alan. Alan, how do you think the lads have adjusted to the Category 2 step up this season, regular league games and the Premier League Cup, which you were always in anyway?
Yeah, it's been so good, Neil. That regular game, the schedule, we can plan weeks and months in advance really with it. And even for people like Nathan, who's played obviously a lot of games in League 2 last season, didn't go out on loan at the start of the season when he was injured, but now he's back, he's playing regular competitive football. And I think all our players, whether they're the younger ones stepping up for the first time or players that have played in our first team or in the Football League, they're still developing and improving and being ready for their next step, whether that's here or elsewhere. So it's been brilliant for the academy, and probably for the under-21s the most, I would say, because we had no league programme, and now obviously we're very much in a lot of competitions, and I would say yeah, it's been great.
Thanks very much, and good luck to both of you.
Thank you.
So very simple for the Cherries this evening. Win and they book themselves a place in the knockout stages of the Premier League Cup with 2 games still to go. They're performing really well in this competition so far and this season under Alan Connell. As you can see, second in the table, 3 points behind Norwich. Bournemouth most recently in action in this competition away at Norwich with a 3-2 win. Goals from Dominic Sadie, that man you just heard from there, Nathan Mariah Welsh, and the form man this season, Daniel Adu-Ajayi. In comparison, Wolves themselves still yet to win. Beaten by Norwich 1-0 most recently. They've lost to Charlton as well. It was drawn with the Cherries earlier on this season. And then they drew away at Norwich 2-2 too. You heard Alan Collum talking about the lineup there. Very pleased to welcome Max Kinsey back into the heart of the defence tonight. So Cam playing in goal. Kinsey will partner Ben Winterburn, recently returning from a loan at Weymouth at the back. Daniel Adu-Ajayi leads the line again for the Cherries. And Nathan Mariah Welsh, a proud moment for him, captain in the side again this evening. Kick-off is just over 10 minutes away. We'll be back with you shortly. Don't go anywhere. Hey, very good evening to you. Welcome back to the Silverlake Stadium ahead of tonight's Premier League Cup game between Bournemouth and Wolves. 7 o'clock kick-off this evening. We'll run through the team news for you again in a moment. I'm Jordan Clark. Very good evening to you. Thank you very much for joining us on AFCB TV. Tonight's stream being brought to you in association with ESET. As you can see there, the Cherries going nicely in this competition so far, unbeaten. 3 points off leaders Norwich, having played a couple of games left. A win for Bournemouth tonight over Wolves would be enough to secure their place in the knockout stages of the competition, with 2 games still to spare. Wolves need a victory themselves to keep any hopes of qualification alive. Very pleased to say I'm joined by Bournemouth development squad midfielder Torre Williams for commentary this evening. Torre, it's been a good season so far for your side. It's been a good run in this competition too. So wins away at Charlton and Norwich, a draw against this side Wolves. How's this competition gone so far from your point of view?
I think it started well for us this year. We obviously started off well with Charlton, good win away. Went away to Wolves. Obviously it's a hard game, very hard game. They're a good team, but we grinded it out and got a result. Went away to Norwich. Wasn't the easiest of games, but we got for it, got a win, which is the main thing. Put ourselves in a good position to go forward.
In terms of tonight's game, being at home, I know the Silverlake Stadium perhaps not the most familiar of grounds for your side, but you've played all your away games, you've got them out of the way in order to have yourself in the position to qualify this evening already. Yeah, it's a really good sign.
Yeah, it's amazing. Obviously, it just gives us a lot of control on the next 2 games. Even if we draw today, we know that we're close to safety and getting through, which is the main thing. And obviously, we played it before, we played it last season, so we know what it's about, and it'll be a good game.
Obviously, the format of this competition, like the Champions League, so 32 teams split into 8 groups, and then the top 2 from each group qualify for the knockout stages. Then it is straight knockout after that, decided on the night. Extra time penalties if needed. Must be quite an exciting format to play.
Yeah, it's games we all want to play in. Obviously, Champions League is the main stage, and this is just giving us a taster, really. It's just setting us up for our futures and our careers.
So the players just making their way out onto the pitch here at the Silverlake Stadium. It is a milder night than we've experienced recently, and the pitch looking in pretty decent condition considering the weather of late. Eastleigh's game frozen off here at the weekend in the National League, and then of course Storm Aisha passing through last night. Should be a decent surface for the development squad to play on this evening. A Bournemouth lineup for you again then. Obviously no Ben Greenwood tonight, having featured on the bench for the first team in their game against Liverpool in the Premier League last night. Still a strong development squad for Alan Connell this evening. As we mentioned earlier, Max welcomes back Max Kinsey into the hard defence after a long-term injury. He'll partner Ben Winterburn in front of Cameron Plain. Winterburn himself recently returning from a loan spell at Weymouth and boosted by a couple of goals in his last outing as well. Bournemouth's 3-2 win away at home, to Cardiff in the Professional Development League. Bournemouth's line will be led again by their top goal scorer, 16 goals so far this season and 3 in this competition for Daniel Adu-Ajay. Will be flanked either side by Michael da Costa Gonzalez and Dominic Sadie. The Cherries midfield, Lewis Brown and Nathan Mariah Welsh, who captains the side this evening, in behind Kean Tideman, and not forgetting your 2 fullbacks tonight, Finn Tonks and Noah Bouton. Referee this evening is Aaron Farmer. The Cherries bench tonight in terms of most of them featuring from the under-18s. All the goal scorers from their brilliant FA Youth Cup win away at Newcastle last week are on the bench for the development squad tonight. Hat-trick hero Johnny Stuttle, joined by Ashley Clark, Jack Holman and under-18s goalkeeper Mac Allen. And Balraj Landa also makes up the substitutes, a regular for the development squad. He scored 2 goals in the game away at Charlton earlier on in this competition. Wolves this evening, the visitors, they line up with Lewis Benjamin in goal. Their 11 is Caletta, Tipton, Mabeti, Keto, Whittingham, Pond, Lopez, Farmer, Barnett and Holman. Their bench, Storer, Burt Whistle, Canola, Chawome and Essen. Referee this evening here at the Silverlake Stadium is Aaron Farmer, as we wait to get underway. Early ball there, looking for Holman. Marked closely by the Frenchman Bouton. Torre, what are you expecting from Wolves this evening then? As we've already discussed, a 0-0 draw away at Wolves in this competition earlier on. They obviously play at a higher level league-wise in Premier League 2 at the moment.
I reckon a very good technical side, good on the ball. We'll hold possession well, probably try to press us high, win it back quick. It's just a standard Cat 1, good on the ball, yeah.
And your teammates are out there. Who in particular should we look out for this evening? I know the obvious answer to that one is Daniel Aduajai.
Yeah.
Who else stands out for you in this team at the moment, particularly this season?
It's Michael. He can do anything really. If he's on it, he can score a free today really. Dom, Kian, everyone's got a bit about them to change the game.
Been a good start to the development squad's year 2024. Suffered a rare defeat after a long unbeaten run just before Christmas at home to Ipswich. A game you may have watched on the stream. They followed that up though in January with a 1-0 win against Bristol City and a 3-2 victory, which we mentioned earlier, over Cardiff, which has taken them top of the Under-21s Professional Development League. Good interception by the skipper Mariah Welsh. A name and face Cherries fans will know well. It's featured many times on the first team bench. Made his first team debut in the FA Cup a couple of years ago. He wins an early free kick. Torre, talk to me about the tactics, the style of play that you like to deploy under Alan Connell, and perhaps how close it is to what Bournemouth fans may have seen from the first team.
I think a very patient build-up. We'll happily just keep the ball for the whole game if we could. And then our possession, a really high press, just win the ball back as quick as we can, as high up the pitch as we can, give us the best chance to score. We'll probably see a lot of that today. You see now with the bounce passes, just patient on the ball.
Plain. Looking for the run of Aduajai. Down under pressure. No free kick, says the referee. Mariah Welsh. Sadie. Good tackle in there from Coletta for Wolves. Bit of space for Mariah Welsh. Da Costa Gonzalez on that right flank. Found by Tonks. Early cross in, looking for Aduajai. Foul on the keeper, Lewis Benjamin. Torre, we mentioned Ben Greenwood, of course not involved this evening, was on the bench for the first team last night. Daniel Aduajai out there at the moment, made his debut recently too in the FA Cup against QPR. For the rest of you, to see things like that happening, the development, the progress that your teammates are making at the moment, that must be a real motivation and great to see.
Well, it's great to see two of our teammates getting out there. It just shows that there is like a way into the first team, and that if we keep pushing, keep working hard, one of us will get the opportunity.
Good tackle in there from Sadie to dispossess Wolves. Winterburn. .22 now, Cam Plain in goal for Bournemouth this evening. Another of the development squad that's featured a great deal with the first team. This was on the bench earlier in the season in the League Cup against Liverpool. Winterburn goes direct this time, looking for the run of Sadie. Lovely touch from Sadie, just straight offside. Torre, we see there perhaps the different options that you've got available to this squad. As you say, keen to keep possession, but happy to go direct when the opportunity arises.
Yeah, it just makes us unpredictable. The team won't know what they're facing up with. We can keep the ball, we can play it short, and then we just flip it in behind. And it really just adds a different aspect to our game.
It's boot on. Brown finds Kinsey. Kinsey, of course, with us on commentary for the last stream, the Ipswich game at the Vitality Stadium. Great to see him back out there on the pitch, having recovered from that injury. Costa Gonzalez looking for Tonks. Aaron Cato with the interception. So home games against Norwich and Charlton still to come for Bournemouth, should they fail to get the job done tonight. Good flip on, looking for Sadie. Flag up again for offside. Torre, just give everyone watching a little bit of background on yourself. You've been at the academy a long time now.
Yeah,
When did you
been here
first arrive
for
with Bournemouth?
10 years now, I think. This is probably my 11th year. Just loved every minute of it since I've been here, going through the age groups. Obviously been here with Lewis, starting in midfield today. And it's just been a great time, different experiences.
And you're relatively local to tonight's location. You're actually from Southampton.
Yeah, only like 10 minutes away down the road. Probably come to a couple Eastleigh games sometimes when they're on and I'm not playing. So
Good, solid tackle in there from Tonks. Did really well, the Cherries right back. What's Finn like as a player, Torre?
he's very hard working. You always see him overlapping, running, and then when he's on the ball, very composed, very technical.
Important tackle as well. Wolves looking to develop something down the left. More defending for the Cherries to do. It's a deep corner. Whistle goes for a foul there on the 6-yard line. It was that man Finn Tonks that went down. Bundled over as he was looking to keep himself goal side. Kinsey, back to Blaine. Aduajai. And again, the Cherries not afraid to go back, reset, start again. Pressing by Mariah Welsh and then Tideman as well. Here's Farmer for Wolves. Tipton, the Wolves captain, at the heart of their defence. And Coletta. Tidy turn in there from Barnett. Farmer again down the left. Early crossing done with well by Kinsey. course, Wolves' first team in action tonight against Brighton in the Premier League. Brown to Winterburn. Mariah Welsh is there too. Here's Tyden. Sweeping pass, looking for Bouton. Bouton with the early cross to the back post. Comfortable claim for Benjamin in goal for Wolves. Pond under pressure. Tipton to the feet of Barnett. Mabete back to Barnett. Bit of space in the middle of the park for the Wolves midfielder. Here's Coletta. Lopez back to Coletta. Lovely little link up there from Wolves. Bouton goes down. Big save from Cam Plain. Important interception that from the Cherries goalkeeper. A couple of players lurking at the back post. Just a tool. Heading into his 6th year with the Cherries now. Cam Plain, having joined back in 2018. Big call from Cam Plain, beaten to it by Max Kinsey at the front post. Kinsey not taking any risks. Looking for Keto at the back post. Great angled ball there from Wolves. Dominic Sodhi did really well there, back on defensive duty. Keto goes short to Barnett. Farmer. Keto again charged down by the Cherries. Here's Farmer for Wolves. Seen a fair bit of the ball recently. Farmer again. Shot deflected, rattles the bar. Let off for Bournemouth early on in this game. It might have been Winterburn in there with the deflection, really important. Danger not over, here's Barnett. Cherries wanted offside against Lopez. No, says the assistant referee. Torre, first real big chance of the game there. Really important block there to take it onto the crossbar.
Yes, great block by Ben. Obviously, they just sort of gone right through us. The great ball from their A, I think it is. And good save from Cam as well.
Matty Whittingham finds Farmer again. Seems to be finding the gaps at the moment, does Farmer. That's another good cross to the back post. Big save by Cam Plain away to his left-hand side. Sneaking in under the crossbar. Not the cleanest of connections from Keto at the back post. Had to react quickly, Cam Plain.
Another great save from Cam. Every game he comes out with a great save.
15 minutes gone, Torre. What have you made of the way the game's opened up so far? Wolves dominated a fair bit of the possession, but Wolves seem to just be growing into it.
Yeah, Wolves, I think they're becoming a bit more confident. We started the game very fast, just at them. I think Wolves just slowed the game down a little bit more. Control possession, if we just need to get the ball back, get our passes going.
Another dangerous cross in there from Lopez, looking for Farmer. Dealt with well by the Cherries, and here comes the Costa Gonzalez. The ball's glued to his feet there on the halfway line, wins the free kick. Ben Winterburn stood over the free kick for the Cherries. We've mentioned him a fair bit already tonight, especially after the interception. Still only 19 years old. He's been with Bournemouth since under 11s. Been out on loan already to Tottenham and Weymouth in National League South this season. Kinsey with the header. It's Cato. Cut off on the edge of the box by Mariah Welsh. Play, looking for Aduajan. Dealt with well with Tideman in there too. Tideman just having his shirt held there a little bit, not spotted by the referee. Tipton. Loose pass from Wolves. That'll open up for Brown. Here's Sadie. Mariah Welsh to his left. Links up well. Early cross in. Oh, Aduajai with a header wide. Head in his hands. Great opportunity for Bournemouth to take the lead. Great link up by Mariah Welsh and Sadie down the left-hand side. He'd back the Cherries' top goal scorer from that far out to normally find the target. He'll be frustrated with that one, Torre.
Yeah, he will be. He'll be kicking himself with that one. Normally scores those in training. Even in games, he'll get more chances though.
And brightest moment for Bournemouth so far in this game?
Yeah, it was good play by Welshie and Dom. Good link up between them to get a cross in. And obviously unfortunate for Dan to miss, but we'll get more chances.
Caletta with a loose pass this time for Wolves. Here's Winterburn. Just joining us a little late. A very good evening to you. Great to have you there for tonight's Premier League Cup game between Bournemouth and Wolves. Chances at both ends of the pitch so far. Wolves have rattled the crossbar with a long-range effort. There's a good block in there, deflection to take it onto the bar from Ben Winterburn, centre-back for Bournemouth tonight. Cameron Plains had to produce a good save as well, away to his left-hand side to keep the scoreline at 0-0. And then just moments ago, a great opportunity, Bournemouth's best of the game so far. Some great link-up play down the left-hand side by Mariah Welsh and Sadie. The cross in, found the head of Daniel Aduajai. He couldn't get his header on target, diving header. There's a searching ball, looking for Bouton. Seen a few of those runs from Noah so far this evening. Torre, that a big part of the way you like to play under Alan Connell.
Yeah, with Noah getting really high, using his pace, using his power, just to get in behind defences, just causing a different problem really.
Bouton again, this time more centrally in the middle of the park. Born in Paris, Noah Bouton became the first Frenchman to join the Bournemouth Academy back in 2020. Another exciting prospect for the future. Here's Brown. Good press from the Cherries there, just hemming Wolves into that corner. Long range effort fired in by the skipper Mariah Welsh. Nearly caught Benjamin off guard. Lovely feet from Mariah Welsh there, just to open up the room for the shot. Doesn't need to be asked twice to pull the trigger, Torre.
No, he'll always take a shot. I think he'll back himself to score from those areas.
Kinsey. Ball over the top is looking for the Irishman Tideman. Pond finds the feed of Coletta. Given away again by Wolves. Again, Lewis Brown there to break up the play for the Cherries. Here's Sadie. Got a do-a-jai further ahead of him. Links up nicely. 1-2 to Sadie with the shot. Comfortable one for Benjamin. Bournemouth growing into this game in the last 5 minutes. Great chance for a do-a-jai, a long-range effort from Mariah Welsh, and then that there from Sadie. Loose clearance from Benjamin. Well read by a do-a-jai. Here's Sadie again. Mariah Welsh. Again he shoots from a long way out. And again Benjamin called into action for Wolves. Bournemouth probing for that opener. Nice connections on both strikes from Mariah Welsh.
Yeah,
Torre
two
just
good
hasn't really
shots.
got enough power behind them to really test Benjamin.
Yeah, two good shots on either side. I think a little bit closer, a little bit more time to set himself, and it could be a better outcome.
Been busy tonight, Nathan Mariah Welsh in there again, marshalling things in the middle of the park. Here's Brown. Lovely one-touch football from Bournemouth. They'll find Tonks. Mariah Welsh under pressure from Lopez, wins a free kick. Mariah Welsh again. Mariah Welsh, of course, one of this development squad this evening, already with international experience for Guyana. Had a really decent loan spell at Forest Green Rovers as well. Here's Aduajai. Will it fall to him inside the box? Not quite. Just caught his arm, I think, on the way down. Spotted by the referee. Lovely lifted ball over the top there by Da Costa Gonzalez. You sense it's coming.
Yeah, we're creating more, we're controlling the ball more in their half. I think if we keep creating chances like that, we'll score soon.
Still that danger that Wolves possess though on the break. Here they come down the right. Lopez again, turn of speed, and again it's well read by Cameron Plain. Not for the first time this evening there, he's had to be alert on his front post. Bouton. Bouton looking for Tideman. Nice feet, nice turn from Tideman. Tideman's away. Tideman will shoot, and Tideman will see that shot blocked. Lovely turn from Tideman. Had Adu Ajay in the middle. Decided to go it alone. First corner of the night for the Cherries. It'll be Tideman to take. To the back post, Kinsey's there, Sadie is around as well. Sadie will keep it in for Bournemouth. Winterburn stayed forward. Just lurking on the edge of the box. Acosta Gonzalez, edge of the 6-yard area too. With cramp for room over on the right. Loose pass in there from Winterburn. Wolves will try and break again through Farmer. He's been one of the liveliest of the Wolves players so far this evening. This is Barnett. Finds Cato. Crossing is looking for Holman. Barnett. Again, they look for the run of Farmer. There'll be a space marked closely by Tonks. Twisting and turning, Farmer. Does get the cross in. Sadie's there on the penalty spot to clear. And pick up the pieces for the Cherries. Mariah Welsh does really well there in front of the sliding tackle from Pond, and he's away, Mariah Welsh. Adu Ajay and Tideman in support in the middle. We'll just check his run, Walsh, and eventually find the pass. Here's Brown. To Costa Gonzalez. Mariah Welsh, 1-2. Adu Ajay, flag's gone up for offside. Again, really nice, sharp build-up play from Bournemouth. Mariah Welsh involved again for the Cherries. Really grown into the game since that Adu Ajay chance. Diving header from about the 6-yard line, which was just put wide. Bournemouth's first and best chance of the game so far. They've had a few since then. Mariah Welsh has gone close with a couple of long-range efforts. Sadie's produced a save from Benjamin in goal for Wolves as well. Campaign's been largely a spectator for the last 10-15 minutes or so. Wolves have rattled the crossbar earlier on in the game. Here's Mariah Welsh again for Bournemouth. Tideman with a shot. That's not a great clearance. Adu Ajay will recycle it. Da Costa Gonzalez over the bar. Wolves just looking a little rattled there. Scrappy play inside the 18-yard area. I guess the message from you up here is, with all this possession, all these chances coming, you've really got to try and make it count before half-time.
Yeah, well, we just keep creating good chances now. I think we just need to take one of them and then just control the game from there. Just settle the nerves a little bit and get going.
Ball was out of play. Sliding tackle in there from Sadie. switch of play. Barnett will find Keto. Pond for Wolves. Tideman on the press will force Pond back to his goalkeeper Benjamin. Kinsey gets up well on the halfway line. Aduagiant will bring it under control. Will he? Not quite. Barnett, bit of space out on the right for Coletta. Lopez. It's a good turn, good ball from Lopez. Looking for Holman. Keto again for Wolves. To Mabete. Pond. Coletta still hugging the touchline down the right. He's found. Marked closely by Bouton. Shifts it out of his feet, gets the early cross into the front post. Kinsey's there for Bournemouth. Barnett. Coletta, back to Pond. Lopez. Lopez again, just finding himself a bit of room on the edge of the box. Here's Farmer. Farmer will shoot from distance and will shoot way over the bar. No trouble at all that for Camplain. Ventore, the Cherries, you feel more than happy to let Wolves have the ball from that sort of range and shoot from that sort of distance.
Yeah, any shot from outside the box, I think we'll be happy to concede. Just keeping them outside and just leaving it up to Cam.
Stoppage in play then for an injury to Leo Lopez. That the voice of Torre Williams, the Bournemouth development squad midfielder. Torre out injured at the moment. What's the injury that's keeping you out?
Multiple ligaments in my ankle. It's been 7 weeks now. Hopefully only a couple more weeks, maybe a month to go. I'll be out there with the boys.
I imagine a really frustrating period it's been for you.
Yeah, it is. It is, of course. Missing big games, Ipswich game, this game, all the other league games. It's obviously disappointing, but it's just a chance to come back better and rehab properly.
An injury picked up in training?
Yeah, it was literally like last 5 minutes of training. It's just typical really, isn't it? But it's things you can't control. You just got to get on with it.
Give us a little bit of an insight into what life is like for an injured development squad player. How does the week tend to look for you, perhaps in comparison to if you were fully fit?
It's still like sort of the same timings as a fit player. You're just doing different stuff. So obviously when they go out to train, I'll stay in, I'd watch training, and then I'll just get my rehab stuff done to control my ankle, make sure it's getting better, ice it, do different type of mechanics to keep the ankle just working and moving and don't stiffen up.
And how quickly do you expect to be out on the pitch? I know you mentioned over a couple more weeks, but then will it be a sort of gentle reintegration to training?
Yeah, so hopefully only a couple weeks until I'm running, and then maybe end of February back full training with the boys, looking to get back into match days.
Change coming up then for Wolves. Lopez isn't going to be able to continue. Josh Essen will come on in his place for the remainder of the game. Camplain will get us back underway here at the Silverlake Stadium. 10 minutes to go until half time. Wolves have rattled the bar. Important deflection on the shot from Ben Winterburn. Taken away from trouble at the other end. Wolves have had their chances. Diving header for Daniel Aduajai. just wide, and then that's good pressing, good charging in there from Aduajai. Benjamin in goal for Wolves, just spending too long on the ball. Bournemouth will look to pen Wolves into that corner now. Tonight's live stream being brought to you on AFC TV in association with ESET. Bournemouth can, with a win, confirm their spot in the knockout stages of this competition, the Premier League Cup. Unbeaten so far. There's another long-range effort, and that one was swinging towards the top corner. And again, it's Nathan Mariah Welsh, third time this evening. That by far the longest range effort we've seen from Mariah Welsh. He is not afraid to shoot from distance. All three Toure on target. He's keeping Lewis Benjamin busy tonight.
Yeah, I think he's getting closer each time, to be fair. That was a good strike from a long way out. If he keeps going, he's probably going to score one soon.
It's good in there again from Tideman. Former Fulham youngster, Kean Tideman, before joining the Cherries. That was a fair while ago now, though. He's been with Bournemouth since the under-14s. Cristiano Ronaldo and Raheem Sterling are the two players that Kean Tideman has picked out on the club website under his profile, of who he likes to model himself on, who inspire him the most. Good pressing again from Sadie. Finn Tonks coming a long way off the right flank there to get a good foot in. I mentioned Kean Tideman, Finn Tonks, a long-time childhood friend of Kean Tideman. Both played for FC Salisbury United before eventually moving to Bournemouth. Aduajai wins the free kick. Can Bournemouth find an opener before the break? Sadie and Tideman stood over the free kick. Will be the left foot of Sadie. Dangerous one. Not close enough to Aduajai or Da Costa Gonzalez. Da Costa Gonzalez with the foot in, wanted the throw in as well. Welsh finds Sadie. That's a nice turn from Sadie, lovely feet. Da Costa Gonzalez, first time cross, just too high for Aduajai. Tonks will deliver. Again, too much on it, too high for Aduajai. Kinsey finds Lewis Brown. Brown with the ball for Mariah Welsh, wins it back well. Can't find Brown with the pass though. Brown gets him out of a bit of trouble. And here's Da Costa Gonzalez. 3 goals already this season. Tonks in space. Low cross this time. Mariah Welsh shoots and Mariah Welsh finally scores. 4th time lucky for Nathan Mariah Welsh. Great build-up play again from Bournemouth. First time strike. Finds the bottom corner from Mariah Welsh. And you have to say that goal has been coming. Bournemouth 1, Wolves 0. Torre?
Yes, great build-up from the boys and finishing a great goal by Welsh. She's been going 3 times now, 4th time lucky, I guess. It's been coming. We've been controlling Wolves now last 20 minutes, and I think it's about time that we scored.
And enjoying the celebrations, from Mariah Welsh there. Can you give us any insight into that one, Torre?
To be fair, no. I think the first celebration would be for Jaden. Obviously, the passing of his mum. We wish him well, I think. Yeah. And with the shirt in front of the camera, I think the whole squad got behind. I think we'd all do, just show our support to Jaden in a tough time for him. But the second one, I don't know. You're gonna have to ask him yourself, I guess.
We'll try and find out, I'm sure, after the game. Yeah, a lovely touch there from Alan Connell's development squad. Of course, desperately sad news emerging yesterday ahead of the first team game against Liverpool. Jaden Anthony, a former development squad player, made his way through for the first time, of course, on loan at Leeds at the moment. His mother Donna sadly passing away very suddenly. And the shirt there, I think, just shielded from the view of the cameras. I'm sure there'll be some great pictures of that up on the Bournemouth social media accounts later on, showing their support for their Cherries teammate. Coletta in off the right. Here's Whittingham. Whittingham again. He's trying to find a bit of room for the shot. Instead tries the through ball, looking for Holman. That's an important block from Tonks. Keto was lurking at the back post. Aduajai in a bit of a battle and then rugby tackle to the ground by Alfie Pond. Whistle had already gone. For the foul against Aduajai. It's Keto. Mabete for Wolves. And it will find the feed of Coletta. Down the line to the substitute Essen. Coletta with the delivery. Cato at the back post. Bouncing around, not dealt with by Bournemouth. Nearly falls to Essen. Kept in, was it? Assistant referee's taken a bit of a tumble. Keto goes short to Barnett. Barnett marked closely by Sadie. Just gets around the outside of Sadie. Good support in there from Lewis Brown. Good defending from Brown. Gets the high fives and hugs from his teammates. Wins the free kick. Good important tackle from Lewis Brown. Torre, very good mates of yours. You mentioned it earlier. You've grown up together, come through the ranks here at Bournemouth.
Yeah, we've come from every age group together. Know Lewis very well. Obviously, centre midfielder like me as well. When we play together, we sort of know what each other want, what we both like, what we don't like. It just works well together.
Lewis Brown was under 18s captain under Alan Connell. Connell knows him well as well. Michael, a bit of footballing pedigree in the family. His dad is the manager of Bournemouth Poppies. Three minutes of stoppage time at the end of the first half. Bournemouth with the lead through Nathan Mariah-Welsh, the Cherries captain this evening. His strike. First time effort from inside the box into the bottom corner. And from about a 10-15 minute mark, Bournemouth have really dominated this game against Wolves. Opportunities for Aduajai, 3 long range efforts from Mariah-Welsh before eventually the 4th strike went in. Here's Sadie, finds Tideman, square ball, Aduajai, he doesn't need asking twice. Aduajai, goal number 17 for the season. 3 in his last 3. You don't give Daniel Aduajai that much room inside the box. He will make you pay, and Bournemouth double their leads. They are on course, as things stand, to book their place in the knockout stages of the Premier League Cup. 2-0 up against Wolves. Torre Williams.
Another great goal. Good build-up, patient, worked it around them, and then once we was in, was clinical, keying with the sweaty to Dan, and Dan from there, he's always going to score. He doesn't miss from that area.
Holman to get us back underway for Wolves. Those 2 goals just before half-time, I'm sure will change the dynamic of the team. Talk from Alan Connell at half-time. What's he like as a manager to play under?
He's very supportive. He'll always get behind you. He'll always try and make you improve, but he knows when to just give you a bit of a telling off, to when to tell you just like work harder. He's a very good player manager. He's very good to just help us all improve as a team.
How much as well the fact that he's been linked to the club for so long, he's played for the club, he's been there, done it. I'm sure for you lot as young players looking up to that as well, that's a big positive.
Well, he knows Bournemouth, he's played for Bournemouth, he's coached here for a long time, he knows how we want to play, and he gets out of us very well. And obviously him playing in the first team is sort of like a showing that we can do the same and want to do the same.
Another opportunity for Bournemouth then to put a ball into the box. Again, it's Sadie and Tideman stood over it. It's the left foot of Sadie the last time. We're going to get Sadie again to deliver. Punched away. Bouton. Mariah-Welsh scored the opening goal for Bournemouth. Bouton finds the feet of Sadie. Sadie surrounded by yellow shirts, no problem for Dominic Sadie. Eventually he is nudged out of play. Had a really good first half, Dominic Sadie, Torre.
Jay, he's always lively, he'll always work hard for the team, and you know when he gets on the ball, he's going to be good, trickery, try to beat a man, and rarely loses the ball when he's on it.
Was at West Ham before Bournemouth, Dominic Sadie. Was snapped up by the Cherries after a trial in 2022. Been a key man in that first half. For Alan Connell's side, who will go in 2-0 to the good at half-time. Goals from captain Nathan Mariah-Welsh to open things up for Bournemouth. And then top goal scorer Daniel Aduajai on target again for the Cherries to double that lead just before half-time. At the other end, Wolves have hit the crossbar with the scoreline at 0-0 very early on in the game. Since then, really, Bournemouth have dominated the possession and the chances. Mariah-Welsh with 3 long-range efforts before eventually finding the back of the net. And Aduajai with a great chance with the scoreline at 0-0. Before, as we said, eventually getting himself a goal, his 17th of the season. Bournemouth midfielder Torre Williams is here with us on commentary. Torre, how do you sum up that first half of the Cherries?
Very controlled game. There was a bit of period where Wolves came into the game, but we handled it well, ride the storm, and then came out on top. Our quality showed compared to theirs.
Torre will be back alongside me for second half commentary. Don't go anywhere. Bournemouth in control. Remember, a win tonight would secure their place in the knockout stages of the Premier League Cup. 2-0 up at half-time, goals from Nathan Mariah Welsh and Daniel Adu Ajay. We will be back very shortly with second half coverage on the live stream tonight on AFCB TV, brought to you in association with ESET. Welcome back to the Silverlake Stadium for the second half of tonight's Premier League Cup game between Bournemouth and Wolves. The Cherries in control after the first 45. Goals from the skipper Nathan Mariah-Welsh and a second in first half stoppage time from Daniel Adu-Ajay have given Bournemouth that 2-0 lead. Welcome to tonight's stream if you're joining us for the first time. Brought to you in association with ESET. I'm Jordan Clark, great to have you there this evening. Bournemouth looking to confirm their place in the knockout stages of the Premier League Cup. Still 2 games to go after this one. But a win tonight would be enough to book their place in the knockout stages. The Cherries line up the same as finished the first half, so Cameron Payne in goal, a back four of Finn Tonks, Ben Winterburn, Max Kinsey and Noah Bouton, Lewis Brown and the captain Nathan Mariah-Welsh, the 2 holding midfield roles. Kean Tideman in the 10, Daniel Adu-Ajay leads the line, Bournemouth's top goal scorer. Michael Da Costa Gonzalez down the right, Dominic Said, who had a really good first half, down the left. And the Bournemouth bench made up largely of players from the under-18 side off the back of that brilliant win away at Newcastle in the FA Youth Cup last week. Mac Allen is the substitute goalkeeper, Jack Holman, Ashley Clark and Johnny Stuttle, scorer of the goals in that 5-0 victory. All on the bench for Alan Connell tonight, as is Balraj Landa, a regular in the development squad. No changes for Wolves at half-time. They did make one in the first half due to an injury to Leo Lopez, which brought Josh Essen onto the pitch. They line up with Benjamin in goal. The 3 central defenders, Pond, Tipton and Mabete. Keto is the left wing-back. Marvin Coletta, the right wing-back. Matty Whittingham in the middle of the park along with Ty Barnett. Josh Essen, Owen Farmer either side of Fletcher Holman. They've got Jimmy Storer, their substitute goalkeeper, Harry Birtwistle, Cam Canola and Leon Chiwome to call upon should they need any more changes in the second half. Relatively mild evening here in Eastleigh at the Silverlake Stadium. It's Adu-Ajay, buzzing with confidence this season, fresh from making his first team debut off the bench at Loftus Road in the FA Cup. And in the goals again tonight. 3 in his last 3, 17 for the season. And it was a really tidy finish. And a special mention to Kean Tideman as well. Look out for him in this second half, providing both the assists for the 2 Bournemouth goals. Cherries midfielder Torre Williams is here with us for commentary tonight. Torre, what would the message have been from Alan Connell in the dressing room at half-time?
Reckon more of the same. Don't let off the pressure we've had onto them. Keep the intensity high, the standards high, and we'll come away with a win.
I know you were particularly impressed with the assists from Kean Tideman for both Bournemouth goals tonight.
Yeah, well, Kean's just that type of player. He can shoot, he can assist, he can do everything really. And then in them positions, you know he's going to come up with something good.
Feet in there from Sadie, just squeezed out of room by Wolves. Mariah-Welsh. Sweet first time strike with his laces to give Bournemouth the lead. He'd had 3 long range efforts prior to that save by Lewis Benjamin. The Wolves goalkeeper is Keto, looking for the run of Farmer. Wolves ply their trade in Premier League 2, so a higher level than the Cherries development squad. Here's Da Costa Gonzalez, Adu-Ajay, Mariah-Welsh, early cross in. Sadie on the edge of the box. Thought about the shot. Adu-Ajay, lovely turn. Just the second touch, just too far out of his feet. Again, linking up well with Sadie on the edge of the box. See the frustration from Daniel Adu-Ajay there. Yeah, that was a good moment. Tonks has his heels clipped by Barnett. And Barnett's going to be the first player into the book this evening. Can probably have very few complaints. again, Tideman and Sadie stand over it. Winterburn and Kinsey both up from the back for the Cherries, lurking on the edge of the box. Tideman waits patiently. It will be Tideman on this occasion. Headed goalwards and off the bar. And the rebound is nearly bundled in by Ben Winterburn. It was Max Kinsey, I think, with the initial header. May well have been Winterburn, in fact, in front of Kinsey. Both were bundling in there. And Bournemouth so close to a third. Torre Williams.
It's a great leap from Ben. Good connection on it. I think he's very unlucky. And another great ball from Kian.
Here's Sadie. Sadie will shoot from distance. What a strike! Dominic Sadie! Incredible stuff. Nearly ripped a hole in the back of the net, Dominic Sadie, and Bournemouth go 3-0 up on Wolves, and they are cruising into the knockout stage of the Premier League Cup. And again, the Cherries players enjoy the moment with the celebrations. Torre Williams lost for words alongside me. What a strike.
Yeah, it was just what Dom can do, really. Gave him space at the edge of the box. Defenders were dropping off, so he has a shot. It's a great finish. Unbelievable finish from Dom.
He's enjoying that. See the smile on his face. 6th goal of the season for Dominic Sadie. He said he'd had a good first half. Not started the second too badly either. That one will be replayed again and again, I'm sure, on the club's social media channels, and definitely a contender already for goal of the season. And maybe even goal of the month, I'm sure, no doubt. Winterburn. Aduajai. Free kick given against Aduajai. Bournemouth keeping up their good form in this competition so far. Unbeaten. Wins away at Norwich and Charlton. The only minor blip on the fixture card, results card for Bournemouth so far was a 0-0 draw away at Wolves last year. More than making up for that back at home tonight. 3-0 in control. Mariah Welsh, Aduajai, and a rocket from Dominic Sadie. Yellow card in there, I think, for Matty Whittingham.
I think so, yeah.
Bouton. Still Noah Bouton. Cute turn from Mariah Welsh away from trouble, finds Tonks. Mariah Welsh again. Ben Winterburn Real touch of the old school centre back about Ben Winterburn. Shirt tucked in, black boots, no messing. Noah Bouton. Mariah Welsh couldn't quite find the angle for the pass to Acosta Gonzalez. Well cut off by Mariah Welsh. Here's Sadie again. Don't need to ask him twice from that far out. Dominic Sadie again. The first one with power. That was just beautiful placement from Dominic Sadie. Picked his spot and executed the shot perfectly. Bournemouth 4, Wolves 0. And Dominic Sadie with a brace in the second half to put the game to bed. Torre Williams.
Another great finish from Dom. This time a bit more placement, less power. Same sort of finish though, opening up his body. And I'm sure Dom will be smiling.
Torre, we're talking about at half time, how first 10-15 minutes or so, like Wolves were going to come and try and control the game, but since then really it's been all Bournemouth, as the scoreline suggests.
Well, we've been in control for most of this game, to be fair, and I think the scoreline shows that we can go for more. If the boys want more, we'll definitely get more.
Wolves still posing a threat at the other end though. Here's Tipton. Spread it out wide to Farmer. Farmer's cross is headed goalwards and a huge clearance on the goal line there by Max Kinsey, I think it was. It was Kinsey. Look, he saw the danger. He made his way back to the line. Keeps the clean sheet intact.
Sorry.
Play just stopped for an injury to
Michael
Da Costa Gonzalez. What about that goal line clearance, Torre, from Max Kinsey there?
Well, it's the same as a goal, to be fair. If it keeps a clean sheet intact, which I know the boys will be very happy over, even Al will be very happy. Clean sheets are very important, and we pride ourselves on being good defensively, hard working. So that'll be one that we'll look back on with good joy.
Here's that Sadie second goal for you again. Mariah Welsh with the assist. Dominic Sadie inside of that left foot. We said the first one was all about the power. That was all about the placement. Lovely stuff from Dominic Sadie. Goals number 6 and 7 of the season for Sadie tonight. Torre, it's a really exciting time to be part of the Bournemouth Academy at the moment. Obviously a lot of work going on over at Camford with the new training ground. I know you've had the chance already to be over there and experience it. The new dome's gone up and there have been a few training sessions taking place inside the dome already.
Yeah, well, it's coming along nicely. We have a 3G pitch there and a dome. It's coming along, you see buildings getting built. It's just a positive time for the club. Us boys doing so well, the under-18s doing so well. The academy just looks very promising at the moment.
What difference will it make, do you feel, when that is finished and
I think
ready to go, properly?
I think just helping our development as players, better facilities, obviously matching like Wolves, and if we can do this now, then I think our potential is endless.
Defending for the Cherries to do then, corner to come in from Wolves. Da Costa Gonzalez is back up on his feet, just over by the corner flag at the moment, still receiving a bit of treatment. Winterburn this time with an important header away at the front post. It's a high five from Max Kinsey. That was an important header. Alfie Pond was just in behind Winterburn there. Another corner comes in deep to the back post this time, over the head of Pond. Still waiting to see whether Da Costa Gonzalez is going to be able to continue. He's just out of your shot at the moment, away to the left, down by the corner flag. Looks to be struggling a little bit. Alan Connell now out to the touchline. Just to see what the situation is. Da Costa Gonzalez is going to make his way back onto the field. There he goes. Cameron playing to get a rare touch for playing. And an early test of that injured leg for Da Costa Gonzalez. Kean Tideman underneath it. Lovely flick forward, looking for the run of Aduajai, who's going to put Tonks Pond under pressure. Tonks brings it back down. Tideman, in fact, apologies. Here's Da Costa Gonzalez. Tonks will take it short with Mariah Welsh. Forward to Tideman. Tideman with the square ball. Aduajai. Sadie on a hat-trick. Lays it off to Tideman. It's back out to Da Costa Gonzalez. Finds room for the cross, does he not quite? It's back onto the left foot. Mariah Welsh. Bournemouth 3 points behind Norwich in the table coming into this game this evening. So the win will take them level on points with Wolves, and those second half goals as well will take them above, with Norwich on points, will take them above Norwich in the table to the top. The benefit of finishing top in the group is that you get a home tie in the last 16. If you finish second, you will go away. Change for Wolves then. On comes Harry Birtwistle. Marvin Coletta, the player heading off. Then a double substitution. Leon Chawamne coming on. And Phil Mabete heading off. Looks like Michael Da Costa Gonzalez has been able to shake that injury off. Pond. Tipton. Looking for Ketu. Farmer joins in. There's Matty Whittingham. Switch of play out to the substitute Birtwistle. It looks Tory with those changes like Wolves have gone to a back four now.
Yeah, it looks like a 4-4-2 now, I do believe. Probably going a bit more attacking. Need to get a goal.
Clearance from the goalkeeper Benjamin. Mariah Welsh gets around the outside of Barnett. Finds Tideman, edge of the box. Mariah Welsh curling and just wide. Again, it's great build-up play from Bournemouth. Again, Tideman and Mariah Welsh involved. Nearly a third assist of the evening for Kean Tideman. Difficult to tell from this angle, but that didn't look far away there from Nathan Mariah Welsh. Again, brilliant build-up, Torre.
Yeah, again, it's great play from the boys, and it's Kean finding that final pass to put someone in. I think Nathan will be disappointed with himself not to score.
We mentioned Lewis Brown's sporting footballing pedigree even earlier on in the first half. Definitely some in Kean Tideman's family too. He's cousins with Will Smallbone, the Southampton midfielder, of course, in the goals at the weekend for Saints away at Swansea in the Championship. Given away by Wolves, one back by Tonks. Tonks driving forward. Tideman deserves a goal this evening. Sadie's crossing's just cut off. It's Mariah Welsh. Bouton on the run. Farmer. It is back-to-back Premier League Cup games for Alan Connell's side. They'll follow this game against Wolves straight up with Charlton Athletic at home. Game due to be played on the 27th of January, 1 o'clock kickoff at New Cuthbury. Then they will return to league action 3 days later at the end of the month on the 30th of January. Another home game, again due to be at New Cuthbury. They'll take on Millwall under 21s. Bournemouth will head to the top of their Premier League Cup group tonight. They are already top of their under 21s professional league. Tipton. It's been a good season so far, Torre. What's all the talk about ambitions? What's achievable for this development side under Alan Connell?
I think us boys, if we want to go for everything, we're involved in Premier League Cup, the League, Hampshire Cup. I think our goals are just to be get as many achievements as we can, really, and just kick on, see where we can go.
Whittingham for Wolves. Just the substitute bird whistle. Holman. Charged down by Kinsey. Beautiful nutmeg from Dominic Sadie. Playing with real confidence tonight. You can see it in everything he does, Torre.
Yeah, he's just so confident right now. Showing with that piece of skill. When he's really on it, he's unplayable, and he just doesn't lose the ball.
Winterburn, with the help of play their way out of trouble. Tonks looking for Tideman, too much on it, nearly ran for Aduajai. Burt whistle. Whittingham now for Wolves. Keto. Farmer does well to get there ahead of Tonks, and the cover comes from Winterburn. Good defending from Winterburn. Helping his fullback out. From Ferrum originally, Ben Winterburn. Very versatile player at centre back tonight. Can play centre midfield, can play fullback too if needed. Sorry, we mentioned the players in the first half that have seen some first team squad action, game time even at Aduajai recently. What about yourself? Have you been able to train with the first team very much so far during your time with Bournemouth?
Yeah, I've trained with the first team a couple of times during my time. A lot last season, towards the end I was involved a couple of times, and yeah, it's just a great experience being with them, just seeing the levels that they're at and what I need to get to.
And a tough test, I'm sure. How did you get on up against some of the first team players?
Well, it's obviously a very tough experience. I think I just do my best, work as hard as I can, and then let what I do on the ball just be as good as I can as well.
And I guess last season you've been in there battling against the likes in the middle of midfield, Lewis Cook in training,
yeah,
Jefferson Lerma it would have been last season.
Yeah, them two in midfield, they're a great duo. In training, they're very good trainers as well.
Yellow card in there for Josh Essen, the substitute. Alan Connell still yet to make a change, the Cherries boss. I wonder if we might see some of that under-18 contingent at some point tonight. Bouton with a big tackle. Kinsey in there with a big header to follow up. Mariah Welsh finds the feed Lewis Brown. Tori Lewis has been out on loan to Tottenham recently. That's another big aspect of being a development squad player. We mentioned Ben Winterburn's been out on loan too. How important is that in the development of a young player in your eyes?
Obviously, it's good to go out on loan, get men's football experience. It's always different to 21's football. Just the environment you're in, even the way that you play, it's probably a lot less on the ground. And I think it's a good experience for all of us to get into.
Bouton, that's a good cross in from Bouton. It was looking for Adu Ajay. Bouton, another of the Cherries players that's benefited from loans out locally. Played for Poole Town in the Southern League and Weymouth in the National League. Sadie, he scored the 2 goals in the second half, doubled Bournemouth's lead, 2-0 up at half-time through Mariah Welsh and Adu Ajay. The 2 Sadie goals, the pick of the goals for Bournemouth this evening. 2 long-range efforts, 1 powerful strike, and then 1 placed into the bottom corner from the edge of the box. If you missed them, make sure you try and catch them again on the AFC Bournemouth social media channels. Well worth another watch. Ketter. Tipton. This is Farmer. Also reset again through Tipton. Bournemouth with all 11 players back behind the ball. Good recovery in there from Dominic Sadie. A few family members in the crowd tonight and former players too. Great to see Dominic Sadie. Christian Sadie, in fact. Dominic Sadie, of course, on the pitch scoring the goals. Christian Sadie in the crowd to get me Sadie's right. Of course, now at Portsmouth, battling for promotion in League One. Back to see some of his old mates tonight in the stands. Here we go then. First changes for Alan Connell. Ashley Clark from the under-18s, scorer in that brilliant 5-0 win in the FA Youth Cup for the 18s last week inside St James's Park. He's going to get a good quarter of an hour here to try and make an impact for the development squad. And Bauerage Lander coming on as well for the Cherries. Torre, how closely did you change with the under-18 side? What did you make of their brilliant win last week up in Newcastle?
Oh, it was a great performance from them boys. They worked hard, they took their chances, and I think they just blew Newcastle away. They didn't really know what hit them, and then the rest is history, really. It's a great result for them, probably the best result for the academy in a long time.
A lot of talent in there, I'm sure. What can you tell us about Ashley Clark?
Ash, she's a very lively player. When he gets the ball, when it gets 1v1, beat his man. Very good finisher as well. One to look out for.
Mariah Welsh sweeping pass, looking for Da Costa Gonzalez. Here's Tonks. Landa. Aduajai. Across the face of goal. What a moment. Ashley Clark with his first touch on off the bench to put Bournemouth 5-0 up on the evening against Wolves. Aduajai with a great ball across the face of goal. And Ashley Clark, look at the smile on his face. Within seconds of coming on. Bournemouth 5, Wolves 0. Torre, you told us all about him.
Yeah, well, lively player. Comes on straight away. First goal. I think his first appearance for the 21s as well. To be delighted.
He won't forget it, that is for sure. Benjamin to clear from the back. Clark. Mariah Welsh. Pond hemmed in deep inside his own half. Bird whistle. Kinsey up well to win the head of Mariah Welsh. Brings it under control. Plain. Been largely a spectator in this second half, the Bournemouth keeper. And Winterburn with a turn away from trouble, bundled over by Chiwonmi. Another change for Bournemouth. Here he is, hat-trick hero, Johnny Stuttle. 3 goals for him up at St James's Park last week. Aduajai scored Bournemouth's second this evening. Provided the assist just moments ago for Ashley Clark to get his first development squad goal on his first appearance. Change for Wolves as well. Cam Canola coming on. And another change coming up for the Cherries. Max Kinsey. Good 80 minutes, near enough in the tank on his return from injury. And a clean sheet to go with it. And on comes young under-18s defender Jack Coleman. Also bagged himself a goal up at St James's Park in that brilliant 5-0 win last week. Coleman, Clark and Stuttle all rewarded with some game time for Alan Connell's development squad this evening. Johnny Stuttle, the under-18's top goal scorer. Really made a name for himself with the Cherries in the under-16s. 42 goals in 35 appearances one season. And we'll get to see what he can do for the development squad in the final 10 minutes of this game. Live on AFCB TV in association with ESET. Bournemouth 5-0 up and cruising into the knockout stages of the Premier League Cup. And doing their hopes of finishing top of the group a world of good as well. The game's home against Charlton and Norwich still to come. Da Costa Gonzalez. Twisting, turning, weaving his way through. Eventually shut off. Keto. Canola. Tipton. Essen. Looking for the run of Chiwonne. Barnett. Keto. Loose touch from Keto. Winterburn. Tipton to clear from the back. Is Canola. Keto ahead of him. Farmer joins in 2 on the halfway line. Space for Keto down the left. Early crossing first time. The back post by Birtwistle. Pond. Linking up with Whittingham. Essen. It's Tipton. Barnett. Play ball back for the earlier foul. On Oliver Tipton. Barnett. Keto. Barnett again for Wolves. They've just struggled, Wolves, to get into the game from about the 10th or 15th minute. Here's Ashley Clark again, all the way from his own half. Still going, Ashley Clark. Support ahead of him in the form of Stuttle. Clark just a little hesitant there, Torre. Almost felt like he could have kept going himself.
Yeah, I think he could have kept going as well, take his defender on, but I think maybe that's just a bit of nerves. But I'm sure he'll get on the ball more and get more opportunities.
Farmer's cross, charged down by Finn Tonks. Had a very solid game at right back tonight for the Cherries. Used to be an attacking player, Finn Tonks. Was converted into a right back by Bournemouth. Barnett with the cross, too much on it, he knew it as soon as it left his boot. Bouton to clear up to the halfway line. Essen. Whittingham gets in there just ahead of the Cherries. Bournemouth put 4 past Charlton earlier on in the season in this competition, 3 past Norwich, 5 past Wolves tonight, scoring goals for fun in the Premier League Cup. Keto. Tipton. Bit of space out there for Birtwistle. Pond. Birtwistle again. Bournemouth more than happy to let Wolves just ping the ball about inside their own half. Again, Keto in space out wide, but cut off by Tonks. Farmer recovers it for Wolves. Here's Barnett. Canola. This game just meandering towards its conclusion. Tipton. Up to Birtwistle. Nice 1-2, Birtwistle will get the cross in. Big sliding block in there from Dominic Sadie. Important in terms of keeping that clean sheet intact for Bournemouth. Torre, what's impressed you most about this performance tonight from the side?
I think just the way we've controlled the game. Like, we've not really gave Wolves a chance, really. Took our chance as well. And it's only been the last 5 minutes of the game's dying out that Wolves has had a good spell of possession.
Mariah Welsh thinks about the early ball to Stuttle, then decides against it. Bournemouth reset through playing. De Costa Gonzalez shaking off that injury earlier on in the second half. Holman. Holman again. Lander. Bowers Lander actually back on his old stomping ground, a former Eastleigh player. But whistle for Wolves. Essen, early cross again, dealt with by Winterburn at the front post. He snuffed out all the danger in front of that Bournemouth 6-yard area. Here with Max Kinsey earlier on. Kinsey with an important goal line clearance to keep it at 0 as far as Wolves are concerned. And Winterburn himself in the first half with what was a really important block which deflected the ball onto the crossbar when the scoreline was still at 0-0. Had that not have happened, that shot had gone in. Who knows how this game would have unfolded. Really, since that moment though, it's been all Bournemouth. Lander finds Clark. He scored the 5th tonight with his first touch, coming on for his development squad debut. Jory, can you remember what it was like for you when you were making your way up through the ranks? You've been here such a long time now when you get the nod to go up and play at the level above.
Yeah, I think it's always a bit of a nervous moment going to play with kids older than you, different age group, you might not know them as well. But I think it's just taking it in your stride and believing in yourself, knowing that you're good enough to be there whatever level you go. Because if the coaches pick you, then you're there for some reason.
Tonks to clear from the back. Find out shortly how much stoppage time there will be at the end of this game. Tonks again gets the flick on away from Keto. 8 minutes of stoppage time at the end of this game. I think that's probably the last thing Wolves were hoping to see. 5-0 down and a long journey back to the Midlands tonight.
I don't see where 8 minutes has come from.
It's all those celebrations. Dominic Sadie's celebrations. Defending for the Cherries to do then. They try to keep that clean sheet intact.
Oh.
And headed in at the back post. No flag. Everyone looks to the linesman. And there goes the clean sheet for the Cherries. It's the substitute Cam Canola with the header near enough on the goal line. And that'll be frustrating for Alan Connell and his players, having defended so well tonight. Just a lapse of concentration in stoppage time. Bournemouth 5, Wolves 1. Torre?
Yes, disappointing one. The boys work hard on our set pieces, and to concede from one, they'll be very disappointed, especially get rid of our clean sheet. But it's one we just have to look back on and then work at.
Stuttle gets up to win the header. Strong play there from Johnny Stuttle. There is a great article up on the Bournemouth website. If you just type in Johnny Stuttle into your search provider, that'll probably bring it up, about Stuttle's background. Been with the Cherries since the age of 11. Hails from Weymouth and loves to get out on his own boat, fishing off Portland Bill. And also well worth a read, his reaction to his hat-trick up at St James's Park last week. Buzzing, I think it was fair to say. All of that up and available on the club website. Canola. Keto. Charged down by De Costa Gonzalez. Good defending in there. Combination of Holman and Tonks. Dealt with it in the end. More defending for the Cherries to do. Not dealt with at first attempt. Good block in there for the second. Long range effort from Oliver Tipton. Three of the 8 stoppage time gone. Or 4 nearly. Halfway through. Playing over the head of Tonks. Got a little nudge in the back there. Is it Finn Tonks? Just to send it away from the ball. Will that ricochet through to Stuttle? Stuttle pressing Benjamin quickly into the clearance, and that's composed stuff there from Alfie Pond, away from trouble, out from the back for Wolves. Essen finds Birtwhistle. Tipton. Candola. Keto. Late tackle in there from Lander. yellow card for his troubles. Tipton. Back to Candola, referee Aaron Farmer. Not happy with the free kick being taken while it wasn't ready. Candola down the line, looking for Keto, finds Keto. His crossing is cut off by Da Costa Gonzalez. Flicked on by Landa. Tonks with the throwing down the line. Tipton. Candola. Again looks and finds Keto. Marked closely by Da Costa Gonzalez. Barnett. Deep cross to the back post. Well watched by Camplain and Winterburn. Plain to clear. Sadie just has his pocket picked there by Whittingham. Whittingham flags up for offside, won't count. Good play in there from Matty Whittingham. Some good space for Chiwamne. He just strayed into an offside position. Holman. Plain. Holman again. Tidy stuff from Holman on the edge of his own box under pressure there from Chiwamne. A rare loose pass from the back for the Cherries. And there is the full-time whistle, a dominant performance from Alan Connell's development side tonight. 5-1 winners over Wolves. They will go to the top of their group in the Premier League Cup and secure their spot with the win in the knockout stages through to the last 16 with 2 games still to play. Goals from Nathan Mariah Welsh, Daniel Adu-Ajay, a quite brilliant brace from Dominic Sadie in the second half. And a debut goal with his first touch off the bench from the under-18s forward Ashley Clark. Not quite the clean sheet in the end, with Cam Candola getting a consolation for Wolves in stoppage time at the end of the game. Bournemouth controlled that near enough from start to finish. Torre Williams, sum it all up for us.
Great performance from the boys, good character shown, and it's just another dominant day for us. And we go on to Charlton and hope to replicate the same performance.
And to the top of Group C, booked your place in the knockout stages already with 2 games to go. I mean, that's really impressive.
Yeah,
still
it's very
unbeaten in this
impressive.
competition.
I think now the task for the boys would be to finish top. That's what we want. Go up and meeting the whole way through.
I mean, there's some really high-class teams in this competition as well. But you've been talking all night with real confidence about what this side can achieve this season.
Well, I think we can, in this cup especially, if us boys are on it, we can go all the way. I think on our day we can beat any team, and that's the main thing. I think as long as we play our game, we have no one to be scared of.
And just a final word on those goals from Dominic Sadie tonight. A brace in the second half, 2 really brilliant finishes, and as we've been saying, encourage anyone to go back and watch them on the club's social media channels. I'm sure they will be up there and will be replayed again and again.
Yeah, there's 2 great goals, 2 very similar finishes but slightly different. The first one more power, completely just flew past the keeper. Second one more placement, just passed it in, made it look easy.
Torre, first time for you on Co-Coms. How have you enjoyed it?
Yeah, it's a different experience, fun experience, and definitely.
Done great, mate.
Yeah.
It's been brilliant to have you there. Thank you for joining us. We wish you all the best with the injury and your recovery. Look forward to seeing you back on the pitch very soon. So there you go then, the league table tonight. In Group C of the Premier League Cup, Bournemouth up and above Norwich, level on points, but that dominant display tonight and the goals takes them above Norwich on goal difference. They can't be caught now by Charlton or Wolves, so they are assured a place in the knockout stages, the last 16, but with 2 games still to go, and they will go again later on this month on the 27th of January at New Cuthbury in a 1 o'clock kickoff up against Charlton Athletic before returning to league action against Millwall again at New Cuthbury later on in the month on the 30th of January. It's been a brilliant night for Alan Connell's side. We get to see the girls again on AFCB TV, and there'll be reaction to come to from tonight's game, so keep your eye out for that. Full time here. Thanks very much for joining us here on the live stream on AFCB TV in association with ESET. It's finished Bournemouth 5, Wolves 1.